Welcome back to the Microsoft Partner Innovation Vodcast. I'm your host, Jennifer Zarate. And in this episode, we're back with our influencer panel to talk about what it takes to be a successful Microsoft partner. Joining Dan Rippey, Director of Business Programs at Microsoft, and myself here, we have Vince Menzioni, Aaron Feiger, and Rob Fegan here with us again. Thank you all for joining us today. How are you?
Hey, Jenny, we're great. Thank you so much for having us back and for your continued commitment on getting these out to our partners. We really appreciate it.
Jenny, so great to be back today.
Looking forward to continuing our conversation.
Excited to be here again today, Jennifer.
So last we left off with you, Rob, hearing from your perspective as a salesperson. How can partners scale their sales to have a profitable Microsoft business?
Now, it's such an important question. And last go around, we talked about making an impact around revenue, relevance, and relationships. Yeah. And I see that and I share with partners that how to do that is really to focus on three areas. I call them the 3 M's, which are your message. It needs to be clear, it needs to be succinct, and it really needs to drive home what you do, who you are, and most importantly, what's in it for Microsoft. From there, you really need to think about the mechanics of working with Microsoft. And what that looks like to me is you have to understand the field, how they're organized and how they're incented, what's important to the people you're meeting with inside of Microsoft and what sales motions are they going through. So you really need to understand those mechanics. And then finally, it's all about the mindset. You have to come to the table with a partnering mindset, with a win-win mindset, but also understand that you're going to be asked to do lots of heavy lifting. That's part of partnering with Microsoft, is that you're working together and you're going through the sales motions as a team.
Rob, I'm so glad you mentioned mindset, because I believe that a growth mindset, a forward-leaning mindset, a partner mindset is just so critical to success in any organization looking at partnering. And the organizations that don't get it right are the ones that have this scarcity mentality. They don't apply the right mindset when they start the partnership from the very beginning. And getting that right is just so critical to the success of the organization.
Yeah, and for us, like when you talk about messaging and mechanics, you've got your messaging that you're building your bill of materials to help your sellers message to the sellers. But we want to take that and really own your own story and take all your co-sell activity that you're doing, and how do you bubble that up to that next layer of conversation inside of Microsoft, that middle layer of conversation inside of Microsoft, and really own your story and your brand. And then the mechanics side of it is like, we need to go slow to go fast and really set up your operational excellence so that as you start to get more scale and volume, you've got the right discipline and you've got the right co-sell operations in place to really scale with you as you're scaling your partnership.
You know, I've got a great question for the whole panel. How do you manage expectations in your partnership with Microsoft? What works for you?
So often, I find that partners come to the table with a missed set of expectations around working with Microsoft. They expect that Microsoft is going to send them leads, bring them into every opportunity. And even the word co-selling is so misunderstood by organizations, where they think that Microsoft is going to carry the bag versus this showing up together and working collaboratively to uncover and drive new opportunities of growth.
From a sales perspective, I think one of the biggest missed expectations or alignments around expectations is that you have to come to the table realizing that the people you're working with, the Microsoft field team, has to be aligned with what you're trying to accomplish, and you have to be aligned with what they're trying to accomplish. And if that's missed or that expectation isn't hit, it's really challenging to scale your relationship with Microsoft.
Yeah, and from our side of it, it's really helping them understand, like, what does co-sell mean, and what does going to market with a cloud go-to-market strategy with Microsoft really mean? And that co-sell is more than just seller-to-seller co-selling, that there's your brand is co-selling and co-marketing with Microsoft. You are co-selling through the marketplace. You are co-selling with the Microsoft ecosystem So it's really helping them understand that co-sell is many things. It's multifaceted. And also the expectation that you are going to do more in the beginning, and most likely throughout your entire journey, you're going to be doing more. But then the quality that you're getting back from Microsoft in those opportunities and the types of leads that they're bringing to you, like there's might be more quality over quantity there. So don't have that one-to-one. I give you one, you give me one. I put this dollar in, you gave me this dollar. It's not about a one-to-one, and really making sure you set that expectation with the partner.
Excellent point, Erin. Because there is more than one way to do business with Microsoft. Now, Dan, this has been such a rich dialogue. So if I'm a partner tuning in, to summarize the conversation, what do I do next? What are 3 next steps, would you say, to get you started?
So here's where I'd start. First off, don't get overwhelmed. Stick with the basics and really strategize with your team on how you want to go to market with Microsoft, how you want to sell through Microsoft, and in some cases, still sell proactively with Microsoft. The second thing is really the jumping point to do that. Get your solutions listed in our commercial marketplace. That is your springboard. That is the way you access our direct storefronts. That is the way you access our CSP reseller channel. That is the way you get into co-sell. You get some options in how you want to create and structure those offers, public or private, transactable or non-transactable. We've got collateral to help you through that. And so take some time to digest that and really go deep. And the last one, be vulnerable to share your inbound pipeline. What this does is it gives Microsoft's field a sense of where you have geographic coverage. It also tells us what markets you're selling into and what percentage of the addressable market you're starting to gain traction with. We want to see that. We want to see customer segmentation in your sales pipeline. We want to see the industries that you're selling into, because it gives us the ability to share outbound engagement back to you so that we can bring new customers to your doorstep. And again, hopefully new revenue streams into your cash register.
Remember that you're going to sell to Microsoft before you can sell with and sell through. Really understand how you're going to get on their radar, and then be vulnerable in sharing that pipeline. And when you start to get connected to the Microsoft sellers, really doing it with purpose. The reason we're sharing these opportunities and what's the next step in the next conversation you want to have, and how you want to tell your story with Microsoft.
That's a great comment, Erin. And I can't emphasize enough the importance of the commercial marketplace and getting your offer and strategy with a transactable offer right. It becomes a fungible token and allows you to work directly with Microsoft customers as well as within your own channel organizations to optimize success and amplify your success.
Yeah, no, Vince, you're absolutely right. Like, it starts with the marketplace. Your journey and beginning to partner with Microsoft starts with putting your offers, putting what it is you do, your solutions and your services into the marketplace, and getting them in a transactable state will help activate how your customers want to purchase in this new way of purchasing.
Great. That was such an excellent point, Erin. Thank you. And from my perspective, the partners that are going to be the most successful are those that execute consistently against a sales motion that delivers on the revenue, the relevance, and the relationships that are vital and critical to Microsoft's field sales teams.
Well, thank you all so much for your time today. This has been a very fruitful conversation and a great opportunity to hear from each of you on the different perspectives of how to best invest in your Microsoft relationship.
Thank you, Jennifer and Dan. So great to be here with so many amazing Microsoft partners.
Yes, thank you so much. It was great to participate in this conversation. I really appreciated the opportunity.
Thanks, Jennifer and Dan. I had such a great time talking through this with you all.
Oh, thank you so much, Jenny. And more importantly, thank you to all of our partners for tuning in and taking the time with us today. We really appreciate it.
Love it. A great conversation all around. And thank you to all of you for tuning in. That's a wrap on another episode of the MPI Vodcast. I'm Jennifer Zarate.